As NASA prepares to ship astronauts lower back to the moon underneath Artemis, the business enterprise has recognized 13 candidate touchdown regions near the lunar South Pole. Each region consists of a couple of workable touchdown websites for Artemis 3, which will be the first of the Artemis missions to deliver the crew to the lunar surface, including the first woman to set foot on the moon. Selecting these regions skill we are one massive saw closer to returning people to the moon for the first time on the grounds that Apollo, stated Mark E. Rasich, Deputy Accomplice Administrator for the Artemis Campaign Development Division at NASA headquarters in Washington. When we do, it will be in contrast to any mission it's come before as astronauts undertaking into darkish areas before unexplored via humans and lay the groundwork for future long-term stays. NASA recognized the following candidate regions for an Artemis 3 lunar landing: Faustini Rim peak near Shackleton, Connecting Ridge Extension, Dagger Lake Rim 1, Dagger Lake Rim 2, Dagger Lake Cocker Massif, Howarth, Malapert Massif, Lubnitz-Beta Plateau, Nobel Rim 1, Nobel Rim 2, Amundsen Rim. Each of these areas is placed inside 6 stages of latitude of the lunar South Pole and, collectively, incorporates numerous geologic features. Together, the areas supply touchdown selections for all possible Artemis 3 launch opportunities. Specific touchdown sites are tightly coupled to the timing of the launch window, so a couple of regions make certain flexibility to launch in the course of the year. To choose the regions, an agency-wide group of scientists and engineers assessed the location near the lunar South Pole using facts from NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter and a long time of publications and lunar science findings. In addition to thinking about launch window availability, the group evaluated areas based on their ability to accommodate a protected landing, using standards consisting of terrain slope, ease of communications with Earth, and lights conditions. To decide accessibility, the team also considered the combined capabilities of the Space Launch System rocket, the Orion spacecraft, and the SpaceX-provided Starship human landing system. All areas regarded as scientifically significant due to the fact of their proximity to the lunar South Pole, which is a location that carries completely shadowed regions rich in assets and in terrain unexplored by means of humans. Several of the proposed websites within the regions are positioned amongst some of the oldest components of the Moon, and together with the permanently shadowed regions, grant the opportunity to analyze about the records of the Moon through before unstudied lunar materials, said Sarah Noble, Artemis Lunar Science Lead for NASA's Planetary Science Division. The analysis team weighed other landing standards with precise Artemis 3 science objectives, consisting of the aim to land close sufficient to a permanently shadowed vicinity to allow the crew to conduct a moonwalk while limiting disturbance when landing. This will allow the crew to acquire samples and habits scientific analysis in an uncompromised area, yielding essential facts about the depth, distribution, and composition of water ice that was once demonstrated at the Moon's the South Pole. The crew identified regions that can fulfill the moonwalk objective by ensuring proximity to completely shadowed areas and also factored in different lighting conditions. All 13 areas include websites that grant non-stop get right of entry to daylight all through a 6.5-day length, the planned length of the Artemis 3 floor mission. Access to daylight is quintessential for a long-term remain on the Moon because it offers an electricity supply and minimizes temperature variations. Developing a blueprint for exploring the solar system skills studying how to use assets that are available to us while also preserving their scientific integrity, stated Jacob Bleacher, Chief Exploration Scientist for NASA. Lunar water ice is precious from a scientific standpoint and additionally as a resource, due to the fact from it we can extract oxygen and hydrogen for life support systems and fuel. NASA will talk about the 13 areas with the broader science and engineering communities through conferences and workshops to solicit input about the deserves of every region. This remarks will inform website selections in the future, and NASA may additionally perceive extra areas for consideration. The agency will also proceed to work with SpaceX to confirm Starship's touchdown capabilities and check the selections accordingly. NASA will choose websites within areas for Artemis 3 after it identifies the mission's target launch dates, which dictate switch trajectories and floor surroundings conditions. Through Artemis, NASA will land the First Lady and the first man or woman of shade on the Moon, paving the way for a long-term, sustainable lunar presence and serving as a stepping stone for future astronaut missions to Mars.